Hello everyone, welcome back to Lindsay's Builds. So another session on the Razorback. So I'm going to spend about an hour and a half, something like that, no longer. So we'll just do a bit of work and see how it goes. I have done a little bit off screen. Got the first coat of my cracked blue on, and a few little bits and pieces we'll show you. So yeah, hope the sound's alright. So we'll go down to a bench and see how it goes. So yeah, so this is what we've got so far on this. So to start with, we have the first coat of the cracked blue on, and that this is all just mocked up together. So yeah, so this is what we have so far. So what I'm going to do is try and put the second coat of blue on, and then I want to try and dry brush these into a metallic colour. So that's what I want. That's my goal for today. Hopefully, I've got another first coat to put underneath there, but yeah, not to worry. So yeah, change the old glasses and get right down to it. It is an unscheduled stream, so yeah, just matter of just waiting for people to come in. Hello there, Sprue, welcome in, buddy. So yeah, so we'll take this to bits and start working on it. If I can get it apart. There we go. So this is my goal today, is to put the second coat of blue on this. So yeah. Have to bear with me. As you all know, I'm never organised, so yeah. Let's stick that over there. I'll put that on the end of here so I don't lose it. Yeah, and we've got Jeff Light in, and he says, "Hi Lindsay." Hello there, Jeff and Maggie. How are you? Spruce says, "Posted you out, buddy. Thank you very much." Jeff Light says, "Hi Sprue." Sprue and Blue says, "Hi Jeff and Maggie." So I hope you're all having a good day. Sorry about not streaming yesterday, but yesterday was not a very good day. So it was a case of unfortunately cancelling the stream. So I do apologise for that. It couldn't be helped. So yeah. So I hope you're all having a good day so far. So like I say, I'm only here for about an hour and a half, something like that, no longer. It's just a case of taking things easy. So it's like I say, this is the second coat of my cracked blue going on. I did do some off screen, like putting the first coat on, So it's a case of watching the old Mad Dot painting, I'm afraid. Jeff says, no worries, Lindsay, as long as you're okay, that's the important thing. Yeah, I'm a little bit better today, so. There shall be a PPM on Wednesday, as long as I get back in time. Cool. I was going to work on the aircraft carrier, but I don't really feel in the mood to do that. So we thought we'll carry on with this little thing. This is going in a diorama. I have purchased some ordinary Space Marines to go on the diorama, because this is going to go in a diorama. You know what I'm like for my dioramas, I do like making dioramas. I'll only be a small diorama, just enough. Five viewers in. So like I say, I'm not expecting too many in, because it's a very unplanned, unscheduled stream. So okay, so I'll wait for that bit to dry off a bit, and then I can do the bottom of it just here. We got Zombie Hunter in 115. It says, "Hey guys, hello there, Zombie Hunter. Welcome in." I'll put that first coat on underneath this first, before I put that second coat on. Thought I'd done it all, but obviously not. I will keep looking backwards and forwards on the chat. Spoon Glue says hi Zombie. Jeff Light also says hi Zombie, and Zombie says hey Jeff and Sprue. This is a pretty basic tank, this is. It's not How can I put it? Not as detailed as you would build in the Horus Heresy kind of stuff. So it's pretty basic. There's not much to it really. So hoping this don't have to have a third coat. But I want to keep the paint as thin as I can because to avoid brush lines. So remember to keep my hands in the shot. So got a few bits of detail to pull out of here on the cupola. So I've got a few more bits to make up for one of these others as well, and to see how this repair job went. Being that was broken in the box. Now that's dry, I'm going to drop a little bit of super glue around it just to hold it, hopefully. So yeah. We've got Mark's Hobbies in, and he says hi all. Hello there Mark, how you doing? Hope you're well. Okay, Zombie says, so what's everyone up to tonight? Me, tonight, I should be just watching a few streams if there's streams about. Spring Blue says, hi Mark. Mark's Hobbies says, hi Zombie. And Mark's Hobbies also says, hi Sprue. Lots of highs going on. So yeah. Okay. Everybody's saying their highs. I'm not sure who's about tonight, to be honest. Kind of lost track. I know I've got a few channels to catch up with. I'd say it's a lot of channels really. to try and catch up with. It's the only problem when you subscribe to loads and loads and loads of people, like trying to keep up with their channels as well as try and look after your own. You could spend at least 3 or 4 days just trying to catch up, unfortunately. So this is the I went for this option for Space Marines to put on the diode, which was this one, which is the starter set. I wasn't too sure whether to buy the Ultramarines or the Aggressors, so I thought I'd go for the cheaper option, buy this starter pack because it's got more paints and I need more paints anyway, so I've saved myself quite a few quid. So yeah, £22.50 for the starter set. You get 3 figures and you get 6 paints, so I'm in need of most of these paints anyway, so yeah, save myself a fortune really, instead of buying it all individual. Saying hi to those in the background who's not in the chat but are watching. Hi to you as well. Need a bigger bench. Can't beat brush painting, I think, if you do it right. Keeps your hand painting skills in. That's what I reckon anyway. Wow, the chat's just took off. Right, got David Markey in. Hello there, David Markey, and welcome in. And he says, afternoon, Lindsay. Afternoon to you. He also says, afternoon, folks. Spruce says, Mark has been down the hole again. David Markey says, just got back. Spoon Glue says, hi, David. David says, hello, David. David Markey says, hello, David. David Markey says, hello, Jeff and Maggie. David Markey says hello Zombie, and David Markey says hello Mark. And we've got our Apple in, and he says ultramarine blue, which is when dry is really nice colour. Oh, an afternoon David, M Sprue, and of course the boss of the Butty Breakfasts. Yes. David Markey says hello Apple. Sprue and Glue says hi Apple. Jeff Light says just got home about 20 minutes ago, so just chilling for now. We'll probably be back on my brick build of the Deathbringer drone a bit later. Cool. Zombie says hi Apple. Jeff Light says hi David. He also says hi Apple. Zombie says hi David. Apple says hi Jeff and Zombie. It's always good to interact with the chat. I like to interact with the chat. I do. It's the chat that makes the stream, I reckon. Apple says hi, Jeff and Zombie. Don't think I missed any chat out there. So bits like this I shan't put a second coat on because I shall pick this detail out on here. Yes, this yeah, the blue is if you get it right, it always turns out really, really nice. I agree with you there, Ruffle. I think the only thing I don't like out of the Citadel paints is the Corax white. It's really, really hard colour to work with. I don't know whether you find that, Ruffle. Apple says, advise too late as I see you are painting the edge, which will bleed glue through the superstructure of the vehicle, so needs scraping off again. I always give it a light sanding anyway before I glue it. I do it just to get the edge, if you know what I mean, Apple. This is quite tight actually when you put it on, so it'll only need a blob of glue here and a blob of glue there. It won't need gluing all the way down the side. So it's mostly around the back and around the front that it'll want gluing. So it's probably a bit too thin now. That's better. It won't need much glue, because you'll only need it here, just around these edges here, and especially around the front here, so it wouldn't take a lot. Sprue and Glue says hard and chalky. Apple says, well, I never have painted a ultramarine and only used the colour as a shading two of the blues. Sprue and Glue says, please hit that like button peeps. Apple says, done it Sprue. Sprue and Glue says, Lindsay, my video is still getting views. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, will do, mate. It's a good video. 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 It's If it hits the 2k mark, it should be good. It was a well presented video. It was very good. David Marcus says, is that the one with the can-can girls, David? It's got strippers on it, I think. Spoon Glue says, take 2k. Oh my god, I'd never thought I would see 1k laugh out loud. Spoon Glue says, that's the one, David. Laughing his head off. I think one of my videos has got 3k on it, I think. One of them. I think that was when I first started doing the Ark Royal. I think it was the actual unboxing of the Ark Royal. Yeah, it's got about 3k on it. Yeah. There for now to dry off a bit, and then I can do that with a little bit there. I've already shaded these in black, ready to dry brush and everything else, and then weather the tracks. So should we have a little bit of belly and bench, guys? So what's in your belly? What's on bench? If you're working at the bench. And what is your choice of beverage? Me today, I had cheese ham on toast, smeared in some lovely barbecue sauce. Rather yummy. No bacon butties today. Not today. And hopefully I've got a mixed grill for later, which I'm looking forward to. Nice cholesterol job. Can't beat a cholesterol job, can you? Spirit Glue's doing his can bit. Yeah. Coming in with the old emojis. I think I'm going to end up putting 3 coats on this, I think, by the look of it. No need to explain what I've got on the bench, you all know what it is. Trying to think of something to talk about. Yeah, it's definitely going to need 3 coats, I think. Spoon Greer says, Belly Nout, bench, the next video. Products, beverage, coffee. Zombie says, me, I'm just painting my Star Wars Captain Enoch helmet now. Ooh, cool. Athel says, okay, that kind of girls dancing in the can. I was thinking of if the video of girls dancing using Coke cans with string attached as handles. Spoon Blue's laughing his head off. If you see any grey primer bits, that's areas you will not see once it's fully assembled. So I've got to paint the interior of this yet. I think this may need a third coat. Absolutely sure of it. But it don't matter. As long as I get a nice flat surface out of it. has to have a third coat, it does. Sometimes you can thin the paint out too much. But I must express, I do like building Necrons better. I really do like that subject. I'll catch up with the chat in a minute if there is any. Spoon Blue's laughing his head off. Apple says belly was at 6:15 a.m. Cheese, toasties and coffee and tablets. Spoon Blue says, oi Lindsay, zombie has his helmet out. Dear oh dear. David Markey says her ladyship had a meeting, so I was just wandering around shops, picked up a couple of books. Cool. We've got Timmy V in and he says, hi everyone, hope you're all having a good day. We are, thank you very much Timmy V, and welcome in. Spoon Blue says, hi Timmy. David Markey says, belly 2 warm sausage rolls from a garage. Bev's going to make a coffee. Nice. He also says, bench HMS Victory going to prime the gun pause. Nice. Spoon Blue says, yes please Bev, white with 1 sugar please. Apple says, why paint underside that would never see in personnel layer? Vallejo ground cover to my vehicle undersides and use only a sketchy paint. Well, everybody has their own way of doing it, Apple, don't they? Zombie Hunter is laughing his head off. He also says, hi Timmy. David Market says, hi Timmy. I always paint the underside, choose whatever, really. Call me thorough, if you know what I mean. All other ways of doing things, I feel. Okay. Right. Richie Lamb's in and he says drop short model. Richie Lamb drop short model says afternoon guys, just got in from work, welcome in Richie. David Markey says hello Richie. Apple says hi Richie. Spruger says hi Richie you hunk. Wow. Apple says agreed Lindsay, your model, your decision is final effect. Yes. Jeff Light says belly earlier this morning was toast and marmalade with apple juice. Beverage is water, lots of it. Bench is the death bringer, just looking at me. Zombie Hunter says hi Richie. Okie dokie. I've actually been to some model shows, right? And if you enter something in a competition, they go over it like it's like getting something out of a showroom. I've actually seen them get a magnifying glass and actually look inside an interior, and some stuff that's been put in dios, and they get the old mirror underneath, see if you painted underneath, and if you haven't, then you lose points. I've seen that a lot at shows. That's what you call rivet counting. But you know, I suppose if the standard is that high, then yeah. Personally myself, I've only ever entered one competition once. Didn't get nowhere, but there you go. I've had stuff on because I used to go to the Peterborough show, and we used to have a table there, and I've had quite a few highly recommended and stuff like that, but I've never actually won a trophy. So like I say, the standard is unbelievable. I've had like lots of compliments and stuff, but yeah. When I used to make trucks, I got one that was chosen to be put in. It was on this American site, and one of my builds ended up in one of their magazines. I've actually got the magazine, it was sent to me. Yeah, and that was one of those little Bedford builds in a diorama. Yeah, I was quite chuffed about that actually. I've come kind of like runner up at some places, but just like I say, I've never actually won a trophy. Yeah, we used to have a table for the Peterborough Plastic Modelling Group. We used to have some of the members display their builds. It's a good day out really. I used to enjoy it. They don't go no more. I haven't been since when we first had lockdown. I went that year because we went to the show, displayed our stuff, and then a few days afterwards they did the lockdown. I haven't been since. So, plus the show is not actually in Peterborough anymore. It's over in a place called Market Deeping. So, because I don't drive anymore, it's a bit of a pain in the bum to get stuff down to a show. wasn't too bad when it was actually in Peterborough, because I could box stuff up and then put it in the back of a taxi. But now it's just too difficult, so I don't bother. I'm always a bit apprehensive about showing my work in shows. Okay, right. I'm just trying to think. We've got two in the shop. There you go. Chat. Richie says hi, David and Athel. Jeff Light says hi, Richie. Richie says afternoon, Dave. Sprue and Glue. Athel says it appears most model shops that stock Games Workshop games are sold out of Space Wolves new army sets. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't see a lot in the shops of Space Wolves. They're very rare to be seen. Sprue and Glue says Richie. Richie says hi, Zombie and Jeff. Sprue and Glue says Lindsay, is it expensive having a table at the shows? No, it is. If you're just showing models, then your table is free, but there is a clause. If you book your table and cancel it on the day, you do get charged for it. Or if you are selling stuff, then you have to pay for your table. Ryan Scale Model World's in. He says hello, chat. Hello there, Ryan. Sprue and Glue says hi, Ryan. Athel says hi, Ryan. Ryan says hi, Sprue. Ryan says hi, Athel. Ryan says take hard to make the Razorback. Is that take hard to make the Razorback? No, not at all. Athel says hello, Roxy. You're awake? Yeah, she's awake. Athel says Ryan, all rhinos are pretty easy to construct with 6 different styles. Richie says don't forget to stick your thumb up, guys. David Markey says hello, Ryan. Ryan says hi, David. Ryan says, did you paint the tank in sections? Yeah, it's actually all mocked up. I can actually pull this apart if I want to. So yeah, more or less. Zombie says hi, Ryan. Yeah, this is I can pull this complete one side off, and yeah, because I left it like that. It's just mocked up because I want to paint the interior, Ryan. So once I've done all this painting, then I can just pull it back apart. It just more or less just clicks together, so it's pretty good. It's quite tight. It's not baggy or anything like that. Yeah, going to the shows, me, Stephen Stuff, Simon and that, and there was a few others as well from the group we used to go. But being I was the group main administrator, admin, I was the one that had to do all the booking and do all the forms and everything else. And I had to make sure everybody turned up. But it's actually a good day out. Really a good day out. You get to walk around, look at the other models, and there's like stalls that you can buy stuff from. Lots of kits to be bought, lots of accessories, and all your paints, your glues and brushes, and oh god knows everything. And it's not dear, if you know what I mean. You wouldn't be paying the prices you would in a model shop. So that's definitely a bonus, really. I think the last one I went to was sponsored by Airfix. Airfix was there. Obviously they charge people to come in the door to look around, but it's like I say, it's not expensive. It's not really. Yeah, it's actually Peterborough Scale Model Club that actually run the show. So they are an IPMS. Where ours is just a Facebook group one. So they travel all over the country, they do. The IPMS. So how are we doing for time? Oh, not even done an hour yet. Ryan says hi Zombie Hunter. Zombie says hi Ryan. Ryan says 35 quid for the tank isn't bad. No, it's not too bad at all. Sprue and Glue says just mixed a batch of Hall Red for the Kent. Cool. Remember, Sprue, when spraying a hole, do it in long strokes. Don't wave your airbrush up and down. Otherwise the paint will dry before it hits the plastic and it'll all end up speckly. See so many people do that. If you do it in long strokes, you get a nice lovely flat surface. From one end of the hole to the other. Oh, this is quite boring, painting this tank. It's nice of you all to come in anyway. It's much appreciated. Yeah, if you ever get time, Peterborough Model Show, I always do it the first Sunday of March. First Sunday of March. That's the first week, but it's always done on a Sunday. If you ever get to Peterborough, well, it's not held in Peterborough, it's held in Market Deeping, and has been for the last 2 years. If you can get to go, yeah, it's always worth a look. It's always quite a big show, because the show got that big that the people who they used to have the venue with, they couldn't accommodate it no more, because that's how big the show got. And I think the entrance fees are donated. Goes to a donation. So they don't keep money for themselves. Money is always donated to a charity of a good cause. Pretty good, I think. Just do the bits that will be shown. Okay, so that's that bit near enough done. We'll get back to the chat in a minute, guys. I haven't forgot you. Going to stick a bit of black on these blades and then dry brush it with some aluminium. Just put some black in places. Let's go back to this bit. Yeah, I've got to dry brush all that interior. So, Spoon Glue says 13 watching but only 8 thumbs. Spoon Glue says yeah, I remember. Apple says time for more pain relief and coffee as my right knee is doubling the size. It should be due to my accident on my bike. Richie says maybe boring for you, mate, but it's therapeutic watching you doing it. As long as I'm not sending you to sleep, that's the main thing. Trying to talk as much as I can, come out of random crap. Hope we'll have enough time to do that dry brushing on those weapons, hopefully. If not, then they'll do for another stream. I'll try and put out as many as I can this week. Single streams on this. Try not to tread on anybody's toes in the process. But if I do apologise in advance. This brush should clean up, I think. Richie says never, mate. I know when I'm sitting watching videos on YouTube, I always end up falling asleep. Get comfy on the old settee and yeah, I always kind of nod off. I call it old man syndrome. That's my excuse anyway. That's definitely going to need another coat. Right. Which was it? Didn't I do? It was this bit, wasn't it? I think Space Marine stuff, its colours are quite boring, aren't they, really? Not very colourful, are they? Different to when you're working on Necron stuff, that's completely different. Or if you're doing Horus Heresy, that's different. Yeah. David Marcus says, I ordered 6 lots of 3D metal models PE from Temu. I offered to get Marcus some, but for some reason he declined. Yes. You make him have nightmares, David. Definitely have nightmares. He will. That'd be like offering sprue and glue a Marmite sandwich. Okay. It's got some detail I can pick out. Part of that, wait for that to dry, pick it up, and then yeah. It's kind of touch dry, but it's kind of soft, so it's not good enough to put another coat on yet. Okay, so we'll do a bit of dry brushing now. What we've got, 6 minutes, 1 hour 6 minutes, so yeah, we can do some dry brushing. Richie says, got to go guys, have a good one, see you all soon, bye bye Richie, take care. David Markey says, oh Marmite, how many sandwiches do you want, David? David Markey says later Richie. I can't stand that stuff. Marmite, it's horrible. Zombie Hunter says, see you Richie. Okay, right. Let's move this stuff over here, out the way. Just need these bits here. Need one of those. Flying saucer. Dry brush. Where's the thingy majig? David Markey says, I was told to have it for my blood. Okay, in moderation. Spirit Blue says, bye Richie. David Markey with Marmite blood. You might as well just shove a Bovril cube in your mouth. Ugh, it's horrible. Here we go. Here we go. David Marcus says B12 a bit low. Yeah, I suffer with B12 problems. I have to have injections every 3 months. Springloo says, I used to have a OXO cube made as a hot drink years ago. That was nice. Oh, really? I'd call you a sadist, bro. Definitely a sadist. Too much there. Stand stuff. Yeah, you would say that's very definitely, wouldn't you? A sadist in leather, eh? Tell David's into BDSM. Definitely a sadist, David. Try and make these lines stand out. Springler says, "Oh wow, I scared people's off. Laugh out loud." Price is not writing. Hi Alex, and he says, "Hi Lindsay and chat." Hi Alex. So actually remembered your name. I wonder if my favourite thumbs down person is watching. It was definitely on the ball last time. Give me a nice thumbs down in the first 4 minutes. I hope you watched the end of the stream. Okay. David Markey says, "Hello Alex." Zombie says, "Hi Price." Alex says, "I see we're both painting. I'm finally finishing up the last inventory for my solar auxiliary." He also says, "Hello David and Zombie." Cool. Yeah, there's people coming in and out of the stream. So. Goes how it goes. Keep going until I'm finished all dry brushing this stuff. So this should take us to an hour and a half. Says hi David and Zombie. Apple says oi oi Alex. Alex says hi Apple. And Sprungler says hi Alex. And Alex says hi Sprue. So if you're enjoying the stream, guys, put your thumbs up. If not, you're enjoying it, give it a thumbs down. As they say. Just trying to pick this edge out, make it quite sharp. To get some more of this, even if at the end of the bottom. I love it when you can do it and you get like scratch marks on it. That's what makes it really, really stand out. So that's that one as well. That's two done. Do these little ones now. Shut at the moment. Too much paint on the brush still. That's my son's dogs you can hear in the background. He lives a few doors up. It's got two dogs. I don't call them dogs, I call them horses. Alex says, I love dry brushing, doing some right now as well, actually. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's very therapeutic. Makes everything stand out, doesn't it? That's what I say anyway. Plus it makes it look like metal. You can always bring the edges out as well, make them stand out. two smokers, and then I think we'll call the stream it. Quite a bit done, really. Achieved the goal that I wanted to do anyway. So bit, do the last one. Only need a little bit. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Got that 28. Okay, so we've achieved the goal that I wanted to do. Got the second coat on all this, all on these parts. So I think it's going to need a third coat by the look of it. So, and I've got these dry brushed. So that's them done. They turned out quite nice actually. Wish this camera would damn focus. Come on, focus. Not good. Yeah, as you can see, they look a lot better than what they're looking through the camera, to be honest. Because the camera's not doing it justice because it won't focus properly. But yeah. So we've done those two guns. We've done the small ones as well. These will go on this part here. They will. And we've done the two smokers as well. So we've done those. So that's not a bad little session in an hour and a half, I think. So yeah. So I'm going to go cameras up. Catch up the chat as well. Okay. Zombie says they look good. Thank you very much. David Markey says looks nice. Price is not right. Says nice. Okay. So, like I said, I've done what I wanted to do. I should probably put the third coat on off screen, so then it's ready for assembling and stuff like that, but I have got to detail this interior. So yeah, I mean this just comes apart. So it just gives you the idea, like, yeah, as you can see. No, you can't see because I've dropped the camera. So yeah, it's coming together. So nice little build. So yeah. Okay, so stop waffling. Thank you very much, guys, for coming in. Always much appreciated. David Markey says thank you for the stream. You're welcome, David. I enjoyed it. Nice, relaxed. Yeah, cool. And if you like the stream, put the thumbs up, guys. Even those that's watching in the background, that's not in the chat. If you're not subscribed, is anybody watching that's not subscribed to my channel, please take a look. If you like what you see, give it a subscription. Don't have to, just take a look at the content. So like I said, if you like what you see, only if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, push the notification button. I don't just build Warhammer, I do everything. So yeah, it's always worth a watch. Plus we have a Wednesday PPM show with a gallery. That's always good to watch on a Wednesday night, 7 PM till 9 PM. And also we have one on a Sunday, 2 PM till 4 PM. Zombie says see you everyone. Jeff Light says ATV. Jeff Light says CH. Yeah, so cool. So bye bye for now, guys. See you all soon. Laters.